These are 7 freak injuries and deaths that happened during sex. Number 1, man.
I was driving with my sex doll. We had an accident.
It was a freak accident.
Why was she looking so damn good?
Number 1, man broke his finger while removing a bra. A million jokes have been made at the expense of guys who fumble about while trying to open a bra. But this case just shows how serious every teenage boy's nightmare can be. A British hand surgeon received a 27-year-old patient with a broken middle finger. When he asked the poor man how he sustained the injury, he confessed it was due to a stubborn bra. The man had spent a self-admitted convivial and alcoholic evening with a lovely lady. But in the drunken haze, the man had some problems opening the hooks on her bra. His middle finger got caught between the bra straps. As the woman turned, she managed to twist and snap the guy's finger.
I got a feeling this was a big woman.
Maybe.
I feel like it's going to be like he unhooks the bra and like the strap comes around and like takes his eye out or something.
Ladies, if he's taking a while to unbuckle the goods, just give him a helping hand. We promise a broken pride hurts less than a broken finger. Number 2, electrocuted by nipple clamps. In 2008, police officers and paramedics arrived at the home of Kirsten Taylor, 29, in Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, they were too late. She had died from an electric shock.
Oh, damn.
Her husband, Toby, initially told the cops that her hairdryer had electrocuted her. Later, though, he confessed that the death was due to electrified nipple clamps.
Did he hook him to a car battery?
Maybe.
What the fuck's going on?
She liked it rough. The couple liked to put the freak into getting your freak on.
Yeah, if you want me to turn it up, say, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
And we're into a multitude of kinky acts. Oh. One of them involved Mr. Taylor shocking his wife with metal nipple clamps hooked to a power strip. They had been engaged in electrified sex for 2 years, so they thought they knew how to keep it safe. But electricity can be a harsh mistress, and one of the shocks ended up stopping Mrs. Taylor's heart. Number 3, a couple fell to their deaths. Brent Tyler and Chelsea Tumbleston were a pair of college lovers at the University of South Carolina. In 2007, a taxi driver found their naked, lifeless bodies on the street in the wee hours of the morning. The cops discovered the couple's clothes on the roof of an adjacent building. With the help of an eyewitness account from a homeless person, they pieced together the tragic story. Tyler and Tumbleston had climbed to the roof of the building for some sneaky sex. Unfortunately, they chose the spot poorly. The pyramid-shaped roof. Why would you choose a pyramid-shaped roof? The pyramid-shaped roof was steeply sloped and slippery from recent rain. During their lovemaking, the couple suddenly slid down the roof. With nothing to grab onto, they tumbled 50 feet down to the streets below. Why? Like, if you're going to do that, why would you not pick a flat roof?
Yeah, the pyramid is a
glass pyramid. I mean... Maybe they deserve to die. Maybe that was the Darwin Award for that year.
Maybe they just thought it was going to look cooler.
Some guy in the building probably seen
that homeless guy putting on a show.
Yeah, he was in the building. Number 4, went blind in one eye. Oh, maybe this is the bra strap
one. Yeah.
They say love is blind. It can also leave you blind, as it did with a 29-year-old British man. He had been having what the doctors describe as vigorous intercourse with his partner and had a particularly intense orgasm. He then fell asleep and woke up without sight in his left eye. During an examination, the doctors discovered that pressure had built up in the man's eye during his orgasm. The pressure ruptured a blood vessel, and the resulting hemorrhage ruined his eye.
How does that create pressure in your eye?
I mean, that's a scary notion that can even happen. Like you're just rubbing one out and you go blind.
Wait.
I guess they do say it can make you blind.
Always...
That's where that must come from.
When you introduced that one, I was thinking like it's gonna be like straight up syphilis, like in the guy's eye.
Oh, did you hear? There's a story where like apparently like some how Jewish people they have those moils and they have that bris ceremony or whatever they chop off the foreskin. Apparently, like it's tradition that some of those guys will then put the foreskin like in their mouth or something. Anyway, one of them got herpes from doing this, and then he like I don't know, kissed like a kid or something, or a baby or something, and killed it because it gave it herpes. It was a weird story.
That's a terrible. But yeah, I've heard of. Well, I thought it was like not necessarily even just put it in the mouth, but like maybe eating it.
It was something weird that I had never heard of. But God.
But yeah, babies can be born and catch diseases.
Well, in this case, it sounded like the priest or whatever had herpes and ended up giving it to the baby or something.
Ugh.
It was gross. I don't know the particulars.
Yeah, make sure your Moyle has had his STD tests.
Or just don't be religious. Let's cut out the middleman. Number 5, had a stroke from a hickey.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Hickeys are a staple of teenager sexual experiments, but in the case of a Mexican teen, they turn fatal. In 2016, Julio Gonzalez received a rather powerful hickey from his girlfriend. Sometime later, the 17-year-old began to convulse at the dinner table and dropped dead. During the autopsy, the doctors discovered a blood clot in his brain that caused Gonzalez to have a stroke. They believe the suction from his girlfriend's love bite caused a tiny clot that traveled to Gonzalez's brain with tragic results. I'd never heard of that. I didn't know that could happen.
That's why I avoid all that interaction. So avoid those blood clots in my penis.
Number 6, couldn't pull out. In 2014, an Italian couple was on a vacation on a beach in Porto San Giorgio, central Italy. The romantic Mediterranean environment got them in the mood, so they waded into the sea for a little clandestine romp. After the act, though, they noticed that he couldn't pull out of her. The man's penis was hopelessly stuck in his partner's vagina. The panicking couple managed to catch the attention of a passing woman who called a doctor. Unfortunately, the medical professional couldn't separate the couple, and they had to go to a hospital until doctors could pry them apart. Talk about an inseparable couple. Fun fact, this condition is known as penis captivus. It's caused by a woman's pelvic muscles not relaxing after an orgasm, trapping the penis inside. I was kind of thinking it was caused by like them both being like wet or something.
The water or something.
It's got to be some strong muscles. But yeah, the water can like wash away your natural juices, as they say.
Yeah, because it seems like it must have been pretty rough down there for it to get stuck like that.
Yeah.
And it's common enough that they made a name for it, penis captivus.
But if you've got those muscles going on, it's got to be pretty intense.
She's got a pelvic floor and a pelvic basement. And then finally, number 7, overdosed on Viagra during a threesome. In 2009, a 29-year-old Russian man scored what must have felt like a jackpot of his dream. Two attractive women bet mechanic Sergei Tuganov $4,300 that he wouldn't be able to have sex with them for 12 hours straight.
He's like, I've got an ace in the hole.
That's quite a bet. Perhaps he couldn't, but Tuganov, that's the greatest name, was certainly willing to try. He downed a bottle of Viagra and jumped into bed with a steamy menage a trois. Fast forward 12 hours and Tuganov climbed out of bed victorious. He'd done the deed over and over again, we assume, and earned a respectable lump of cash. And then he dropped to the floor from a fatal heart attack. But at least he bid this world farewell as a happy man.
I don't know. After 12 hours, I wouldn't be happy. I'd be like, this is miserable.
Yeah, that would be...
You would think most people would be like, oh, I guess I lost the bet.
Yeah.
And just was like, okay, I had a menage. Good stuff. Also, like, it's weird that these women are like, we'll pay you if you give us an uncomfortable long period of sex. Like, No woman wants to have sex for 12 hours straight, or at least I wouldn't think.
There were some porn stars that he was hanging out with or something.
I guess, but you would think even like the biggest nymphomaniacs in the world would be sore after 12 hours.
Yeah, no, it's strange.
It's just what a $4,300. Well, maybe that's U.S. dollars. In Russian, it was something like square. I don't know, but just weird. Do you think they were like honorable and gave that $4,300 to his next of kin? Like he earned this.
Your
He
dad was
earned
a
it.
great man.
Well, you could just take the money and like do it again the next day because it's just free sex at that point.
Also, I would
Another heart attack.
have thought like if the Viagra was going to give him a heart attack, he would have got it like way before that 12 hours was up.
Yeah, it's like he just got up at the very end and had the heart attack, and now the time's up.
Also, there's that like Viagra commercials are always like, if you have an erection that lasts longer than 4 hours, you like call a doctor because it's a serious condition. And this guy went 3 times out.
That would be, you'd have the world's achiest dick.
Yeah.
12 hours. No. You could probably barely even touch your dick to anybody.
So he downed a whole bottle of Viagra. Oh. Yeah, that would kill you. I mean, he should have known.
Also, I kind of wonder, like, did this guy, do you think, like, he, made it through the whole 12 hours before he climaxed, or do you think this is one of those machine gun type guys that could go multiple times?
Well, I think you'd have to go, preferably with like a few minutes downtime at least.
Well, maybe he's doing, like, the tantric sting type sex.
You just stick it in and sit still for 12 hours.
Even then, you're taking long breaks because
That's true.
Yeah,
His
maybe,
name's Tugganoff.
yeah, maybe afterwards he was just like pushing rope for a little while, you know?
the last 6 hours, they were like, "Yeah, good job."
He's just like, I'm going to go to sleep. Do as you will. Let me make another Viagra smoothie. Well, guys, we did it. We made the hour.
All right.
Unless you guys got anything else funny you wanted to go out on.
Nothing
That's
good.
All right. Well, guys, we do thank everybody for watching. We hope you had a good time. Please, if you will, subscribe both to the YouTube channel and to the podcast on your podcast service of choice. Give us those thumbs up, comments, positive reviews to help us in the algorithm. And then come on over to the Elon Musk controlled hellscape that is Twitter. And hey, guys, I guess now we could actually like pay that money to get verified on Twitter. You think that would help us? But anyway, yeah, come over and visit us on Twitter. Why not? Say hello. And guys, where can people find you on the Twitter?
A name for this too, and that's at number 2.
At unsolicited SUG.
And you can, of course, find me at Zach Jones Live. That's ZachJonesLive. And that is going to do it for all of our shenanigans.
Well, one thing.
Oh, okay.
I just pulled up our stats. 69 subscribers.
Nice.
Oh, really? Just the other day it was like 63.
Yeah, we got a bump.
Nice. Thanks, guys. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that'll be all of our shenanigans and poppycock this week. Please, please, please tune in again next week. Bye, guys.
Take care.
Yeah, have a good one.